keeping a curve even. I mentioned that. I want to space these out evenly around the curve. So I'm going to go over just a little bit without going into math for that. So here is a curve. Okay, if I click and drag the curve out and then center it into the world, I would have to do a lot of math to figure out how to distribute whatever scale box going around this thing 20 times. I'm going to make it so you don't have to do the math, but still think outside the box. This curve, what I'm going to do is rebuild this curve to 20 spans, 0 to number of spans, and hit apply. Okay, then I'm going to go display NURBS CVs. These ticks mark off the degree increments at which I need to copy my actual box. So keep in mind that there's going to be a slight offset, and I'll just go into that. So here, I can vector that right there, and then dog X on the keyboard, this to the center. And if I rotate this by going into first duplicating it, let's go Command D, then let's rotate it until it's center with this one. I have this. Okay. Now this will work pretty good for the first few of them, but what'll happen is it'll slowly degrade. So duplicate special square box. If I put that rotate increment in here and hit apply, the first one goes, second one goes, third one, and if it doesn't, I'll laugh because it did before. It's starting to. You see now? It's not exactly in the center, where before it was in the center. So it'll work for a time being, and then it'll slowly degrade. After it starts degrading, if you can scooch it, then hit apply, it should fix it. And there we go. That is what I meant by keeping everything even. So now you don't have any gaps. And if you do have gaps, they are the right gaps to have. And let's see, I want to show you one more thing. This is the component editor. So transform component. Let's go and maybe highlight faces. Yeah, let's highlight faces. So I have to turn off a few things. None. Polygons. And now I'm going to have a rough time with this. There's no doubt about it. How do I highlight all the faces? Well, what I would do is take and combine all these together. Go to face, highlight all the faces, and then go into transform component. And the reason I did that is because now I can space these out, and I can scale them this way if I need to. And thereby eliminating all gaps altogether. So the one thing that you should know is you're going to spend a lot of time doing this, because really what needs to happen is for every item in here, I need to go like this. You got to think of shortcuts though. So transform component. If I go like this, that'll space them all out. But I would have to grab all of them, right? So for each one of these boxes, I would have to go in like that and transform component until the gaps are sealed. Bam. Would I have to do that for everyone? And the question I answer that with is no, of course not. You do not have to do every one. Don't listen to your instructor. You just mesh separate them. Edit. Or modify. Center pivot. Get rid of these. And put this back in the center. Of course, now I have the reference point to how big my link needs to be. Keep that in mind. I just conquered that. This is how big the link needs to be for, let's say, a tank tread. Then I could just go back and duplicate special, because I already have that degree increment that I saved out. I can go show nerve curves and apply. And you can see that for every one, it falls onto the center point until it gets to about right here. And it looks like it's keeping its timing perfect. There we go. So that's just a little mental gymnastics for you to kind of take with you. And that'll help you design a tank tread that's even all the way around. Alright, enjoy that, and on to the next video.